We're going to change the headlight bulbs in the Suzuki. It's a 2009 XL7. Take off the whole front cover here and the grille to get the headlight assemblies out. So we're just going to take it a step at a time and take those apart. Sometimes it's a little garden weeder tool. Sometimes it can work to pry up on these little clips. So the way you ideally want to do these is you want to pull these pins out first, and then these clips should come right out. So all I'm going to do next is just go through here and take out these clips on the top here. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that'll get this this front part loose. And then there's looks like there's 2 clips and a bolt on either side in the wheel wells. $10mm on the wheel wells. We're going to do that right now. Up here is the 10mm bolt. So I'm going to finish. I'm going to take this out. I've got the bolts out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this and just pop it a little bit there so that's loose. Those clips are loose. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, we've got the pins all out, but there's a little pin, I guess, that this is just resting on to hold it in place. So we need to lift this up right over that pin. There's one more over on this side. Lift it up over that pin. So now we can see that this whole grill section is loose. So now that this is loose, let's see if we can pop this out here like that. There. So we just ease that side out. Do the same thing over here. We're gonna pop that loose and there we go. And then should be able to just gonna kind of set this down here on that drop cloth and let it rest there. These headlights have 4 screws. 2 of them are 10mm and 2 of them are 7. Okay, so we've got the 2 10mm bolts at the bottom of the headlight. The very bottom one is right over here on the side, and the other one is right here. Our 2 7mm bolts, there's one here and one here. So let's take those off. Once you have all 4 of those bolts out, I want to mention that there's a little tab right below this bolt that hooks into a cutout in the top of the fender here. So you kind of need to lift up on this a little bit and slide it back. This comes out like a standard bulb pretty much. It's got these ears down here. You're going to twist this counterclockwise and pull it out. First thing we're going to do is there's a red keeper back here. We're going to just slide that back like that. You want to get a little screwdriver or something and give just a little pry on these. Otherwise you're going to have a hard time just pulling it off. But if you wiggle it from side to side a little bit, it loosens it up. So now that this is loose, this comes right out, and there's little tab that broke off. That will happen occasionally because these things are very brittle. Got the rounded part here and the grooves here, which very easily matches. Rounded part here, grooves here. So this is going to go in just like this. Push this all the way in, slide the red tab thing back in there. It may or may not matter since that little piece broke, but this is tight. It's not going to go anywhere, especially since this actually part of the bulb screws in to the housing, so you know that the bulb isn't going to go anywhere. Okay, that's back in there. So the next thing we're going to do, we're just going to gently, we're going to set this back up here. Okay, so before I put any screws in, I'm just going to go and turn the headlights on. Make sure that the connections are good. Headlights on. Okay, so the headlights worked. You always want to check that out before you button everything back up, just in case you figure out that the wiring wasn't snapped in there good, or in case you got a bad bulb. You hate to go through all this again. So the headlights are both bolted back in, the new bulbs are in, and they work. So the next thing is to put this whole front end back up. I'm going to try to just set this up here myself. If you have two people, it's obviously a little easier. You'll see these plastic, I don't know what to call them, these tabs. I think they're made to slide it right up here and sit on this and support the bumper. So I'm going to try to just get those to go right up on there, like that. Actually, they go up a little higher than that. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to hold this here and hook these two little tabs at the top that just hold it in place. Okay, so nothing's actually in there, it's just kind of hanging. And we're going to go around and kind of snap it in, make sure that it fits good. So that plastic tab is seated good underneath that headlight, and we're going to work our way up here. I've got a small Phillips head screwdriver. I'm going to line up that clip. There we go. The last thing we have are these 6 clips at the front. Believe it or not, that's what it takes to replace the bulbs on a Suzuki XL7. So on that disappointing note, we will finish this video.